Who in the chat?
New York. New York.
What kind of Redman? Who in the chat?
Are we gonna get them New Yorkers in tonight?
Listen, Philly, stand up. Let me mute my phone real quick because I know notifications will be coming all crazy after this win. What's up? Welcome to Philly Uncensored Sports Podcast. We're here in the building. Of course, you got the four horsemen with you. Let's get active. Let's talk about the Sixers with listen. All I'm gonna say is this. Not all I'm gonna say. I got a lot to say. We got that game back in New York. The game 2. This is our game 2. We lost game 2, very similar to how New York just lost this game 5.
But the refs helped them. The refs didn't help us tonight.
Yes, I agree with you. The refs tried to help them win game 5 a little bit because they got a lot of ticky-tack calls that they haven't been calling all playoffs. Matter of fact, they haven't been calling a lot of calls like that all the way down the stretch at the end of the year. So this was kind of interesting. The Knicks were getting a lot of ticky-tack calls down the stretch. And Maxey, listen, Miami Maxey, Money Maxey, Maxey make it rain, whoever you want to call him, he balled out, bro.
Absolutely.
Listen, he was that dude. He scored that small possession with 20-something seconds. I think it was 28 seconds left. Maxey scored 7 points in like 7 seconds.
He got his Tracy McGrady on. They did. They tried to. It was reminiscent. Remember, Reggie Miller did that against the Knicks. I think it was against the Knicks that he did that against, right?
Yeah.
They tried to gag him and not try to give him the 3 at first because they said he was foot on the line. But
he was far from the line.
After the review, he was far from the line. Huge buckets. Then in overtime, he continued to come up big shot to big shot. That deep 3 he took to tie that game up was insane.
Maxey was in his bag tonight.
That was Curry, Dame Dollar type stuff right there. That was huge. And the whole time, Joel Embiid was trying to throw the game away late in the clutch. But we're not really going to talk about that too much. He actually made some good plays. I give Joel Embiid a 3-point play that actually, I think is the one that gave us the lead or brought us down by 2. I can't remember. It was a huge 3-point play.
We're going to talk about it.
He didn't get, but he didn't look good tonight overall. And MOTC admitted he came in here and said B looked sloppy and all that, and he really did. He did a lot of turnovers, but y'all go ahead because I could talk all night about this. This is huge. Mark Greenwood, where you been at, bro? Don't come in now at the game 5. See, you was one of the Sixers fans who sold y'all tickets and had the New York Swarm just taking over the Sixers Stadium. Yeah. But we here. Go ahead, y'all. Talk y'all stuff because this is a good night.
I can't even lie to you. I was heading down, ready to start up for the thinking we lost. Like I was leaving the TV upstairs, coming down and set up down here, and the notification came up that we tied and was going to overtime. This was all Maxey. Like gave Maxey some slack because he didn't step up when Embiid wasn't on the court. This was Maxey. And shout out to the Sixers for featuring Maxey, knowing he was a hot hand and he was cooking, and they kept going to him. So we ain't going to dismiss.
Maxey had to call his own number.
We ain't going to dismiss Tobias Harris, since Ephraim didn't want to mention the boy name.
No, go ahead. No, I was talking about him in the chat. I was definitely going to give him some shout out. Go ahead.
Yeah. Tobias Harris, listen, this don't make up for all the years of him fleecing us for money.
Yes, it does.
It don't. No, one game does not.
Real quick.
Go ahead, Ephraim. Say Ephraim, because I was going to say your point.
No, but real quick, Wayne is right, but I'm going to tell you like this. This could be the first time in an NBA player's career where 3 games he could turn his whole playing career down with that, turn it around with this team. If he balls out these 3 games and we win, he could change his whole narrative as a Philadelphia 76. I'm telling you now. Go ahead, Wayne.
Yeah, that's what I was going. I'm glad you brought that point because you did bring it out earlier, and that's right. Tobias was balling tonight. You know what I'm saying? He was active on the boards. He was scoring.
Yes, he was.
Let's no doubt about it. This was Maxey's game. Maxey was that dog tonight. Like you seen it. Could you imagine if Maxey actually got calls that Brunson got?
Yes.
Maxey don't get no calls.
He had 60
calls. Maxey, it's crazy. So I mean, like I said, I'm excited, bro. I'm happy. We get to come back home. Now, all you dudes, now mind you, I understand you making a couple dollars the other games. If you a Sixers fan, don't come in here crying about the Knicks fans if you sell tickets to these daggone Knicks.
I agree. Absolutely. Game 6, that should not, we do not need a repeat of game 6 when we come, not repeat of game 4 or game 3 rather. We do not need a repeat. No. That was 4. That was 4. We not need a repeat of game 4. Don't do that again. Go ahead, Ethan Tim. My fault. Go ahead. I'm hyped.
I'm gonna get to that. Paul Reed's minutes. He is unplayable. I'm definitely going. I've been telling these dudes about Paul Reed the whole time. Put Mo Bamba in. Do something. Nick, you know what? Nick Nurse, you hate him 1 minute, then you love him because of, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Maxey
did a lot of questionable stuff this game. I don't know why. Listen, everybody say Mo Bamba trash. He on the team. He in the NBA. He's on the roster. These dudes is on the roster. So stop
Paul Reed, but you call him trash.
He's on the roster. Paul Reed played like trash. Now the only thing I'll give Nick Nurse a little credit for because he's hard headed. Them minutes when he benched Embiid was huge because I think it had Embiid get his head together a little bit. Embiid was playing.
He had no choice.
He didn't have a choice. Know what? Doc wouldn't have did it. But we'll get back to it. No, he wouldn't. Embiid was playing so bad. I think he had to bring him to the bench and talk to him like, "Yo, listen, what are you doing?" He didn't know how to pass out the double teams. He had like 3 turnovers in a row. He was playing horrible. Nick Nurse pulled him out the game for that minute or two. Probably had him on the bench on the sideline just talking to him, watch the game for a minute. I think that was huge. It was huge. But B looked horrible tonight. Y'all can use any excuse y'all want for Joel Embiid. Y'all always got he hurt, he tired, had a migraine. I told y'all, this is Maxey's team. I'm gonna say it again. I told Wayne this before the thing started.
And he led the team with 14 plus minus. Maxey had 3.
And he led the team with turnovers too. With 10.
Okay, but Embiid led the team with plus minus.
I told y'all this. I said this before. I said I'm gonna give Embiid one more chance. He's supposed to be the second best player in the league, right? Closeout game. You ball out. Who balled out? Maxey team. Let's
go ahead, Tim. Go ahead. Because I gotta get back.
We know.
They say something because I'm hype.
No, I know you hype, man. We all hype. But I'm going to start out again, and I'm going to actually give props to Tobias. Tobias,
you did. You got to.
The Knicks and the Sixers was stinking it up the first quarter, and Tobias actually hit like the first 6-7 points for us. He did his thing. Maxey, man, I was like, I'm like proud of that young man because what happened was getting me upset was he kept bringing the ball up in the fourth quarter. And he's setting up Embiid. Embiid kept turning the ball over, and he did like 4 straight times. Bring the ball up and throwing it into Embiid. And I was like, please stop. And it looked like the whole game was over. It looked like everything was going downhill. I mean, then it just turned around. Then Maxey just started hitting 3-pointers.
It is, Ziggy. It is, Ziggy.
Put that D marker down.
He did. No, Tobias Harris, I agree. He said, can you see the Knicks role players starting to cool down? Yeah, I agree. DiVincenzo was 1 for 7. Hart was 1 for 6 from 3. When them dudes ain't hitting, is now it was up to Brunson to try to carry him, and he did an incredible job trying. I gotta give a shout out to Brunson. He was balling. He was so irritated. He had my daughter turning on light skin balls, and her dad is light skin. This was crazy. This is how hard he was balling. But listen, at the end of the day, Maxey has been the best player on the court for the majority of this series. Let's break it down. Game 1.
You talking about offensively, or are you talking about total?
Total. He's been the best player.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
And I'm talking about offensive, and I'm talking about clutch points. Maxey been getting steals. He's been active on defense. He hasn't been getting cooked. He actually played great defense on Brunson game 1 and game 2.
Even you wouldn't get rebounds. He had 16 rebounds. Even struggling offensively, he had 16 rebounds. He stripped Brunson down the stretch, and he defended a couple shots. He made defensive
stops. I know you want to kick for your.
He struggled offensively, but don't sit here and talk like y'all.
He had 10 turnovers.
He had 9 turnovers.
Listen,
he had 9. Look at the stats.
Okay, he stunk. So don't sit there.
Hey, Tim, it's no point. Listen, the game will tell you what you are. Listen, let me finish my point.
He did stay offensively, but don't act like he didn't do other stuff that kept us in. He was a plus-work team.
Can you let me speak, please? You can get back in. It's 9 minutes in the show. We at least go for an hour. You can get back in and make your point. My point is Maxey has been the best player overall through this whole thing. He was the best player in games 1 and 2. Brunson actually, B was the best player in game 3. Brunson had, and now I'm just comparing Brunson and Maxey for a second. Maxey was best player 1 and 2. Brunson played better games 3 and 4. And then this game right here, Maxey exploded. Even though Brunson played well, Maxey's stats is incredible. Let's take a look at what Maxey
is. Absolutely.
Maxey had 46 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. Remember, game 2, Maxey was 1 assist away from 1 rebound away from a triple double. Let's keep that in mind. We want to talk about rebounds and passes. 1 assist away from a triple double. Then he was 17 for 30. He was 56% from the field and 7 for 12 from 3. 58% from 3. He was by far the best player on the court tonight. There's no thing you can tell.
Absolutely.
Game 2, he was the best player. That was the game he had the almost triple double, and we lost. We literally gave the game away at the end. And then he had a game 3. I think he had like 25. In game 2, he had 20. In game 4, he had like 22. He rebounded awesomely, and so far, he's been the best player on the court. I don't care what nobody say. He's actually been one of the top tier players in the playoffs. Period. So far.
And see, this is what gets me, and this is why when y'all say I hate for Embiid, because of the hate that he usually it's not from Ephraim. Ephraim just want to big up himself because he said a couple weeks ago Maxey was the guy on the team and it was Maxey's team and all.
No, what did I say though? What did I say, Wayne?
I see you, Greg Perry, ready to show up.
Okay.
I'll shut up and listen to you.
Okay, go ahead. I said the playoffs is going to determine that. That's what I said.
You did, but see, this what I'm saying. All this. Joe had a horrible offensive game tonight. The 9 turnovers in the he looked like he was out of it and everything else. But if you telling me one of the things that I do like about players, and I want to see about players, even when you're off and you're doing bad, you're not going to tell me. So when Brunson went to go down the stretch and he plucked Brunson and got the steal, that wasn't big. You tell me when Brunson went to go down the attack and he defended it and got the rebound, or in the other play when he dove on the ground and got the rebound. All that's not big. He was the best player tonight. I will give him that.
No,
y'all stop with the beat sled. Come on,
you got
players.
Right.
We got 2. Stop trying to compare them to
hear
each
me
other.
out.
God dang, I don't want to hear you out.
What's up, Greg?
Hey,
Greg, sit up to
36% before.
16 rebounds tonight.
3 games.
16
Hold on, real quick.
Okay, but Tim, you're talking about. I hear you. I said offensively, Maxey, yes. But you're not going to tell me that all the other stuff don't matter. Defense don't matter. It's the reason why the Sixers are plus 14 tonight when Embiid is on the court. Because it does matter to have that big body. And when they run, when B setting these picks for Maxey, not saying that Maxey can't get a bucket, but B is out there setting picks, freeing Maxey up and setting space for Maxey.
No, he did.
Maxey. Is this going to be a B versus Maxey?
I'm enjoying both of them, but we know that we got 2 people.
That's what he is.
Let's not talk over each other. Wait, let him get his point. You got your point. Go ahead, Tim. What's your point?
I ain't even got to answer that. Y'all can get him. I'm done. I'm not.
With Kellen Dominique Bennett, it did feel like a chip. Whatever one y'all commented, it did feel like a chip tonight. It was huge, bro.
It did.
I'm
real giddy. I'm real giddy right now.
Maxey ain't matched up against Brunson. Maxey winning his matchup.
Yeah, Maxey winning the matchup against Brunson right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
They're not even playing heads up. They got Kelly.
No, I'm just saying, as regard to the guard play, Maxey's winning the matchup. I just told you, Maxey won game 2. This was the tiebreaker game between them.
2 when we lost game 2.
This was the game. Didn't you say the Russ Gaggus in game 2? Remember, Maxey got the grab and then get the foul call and we get the timeout. Remember that?
No, I'm just saying. You said Maxey won game 2. We didn't win game 2.
No, I'm talking about as regards to the matchup. The matchup.
Oh, I got you.
Maxey won. He was a better player game 1 and game 2. Brunson was the better player game 3 and game 4, and this was the deciding game between them. And Maxey was the better player tonight.
I said earlier today. I said game 5 would determine.
Yeah, actually, I said it first, then you follow up my point. But go ahead. What you say?
Y'all see the hatred that they got for Embiid. And B had a horrible game offensively, but come on, stop the hate.
No, but listen, honestly, what you described of B, what he did was role player. Like, and I'm not saying he's a role player, but the stuff that you described that he did, you said he blocked shots and grabbed rebounds. That was a support. He played support tonight.
But because he was struggling.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
But guess what? If Maxey would have played support last time, we'd have won that game. How about that?
We did. What game was that?
No, game 4 at Philly when B came out the game and the Sixers couldn't score nothing with Maxey on the court. If Maxey would have played role player and support, we'd have won that. So
Maxey
we just appreciate them for who they are.
No, we are. My point is, listen, I'm just making a point. You don't got to get mad. All I'm saying is, all I'm pointing out is the truth. The truth is Maxey has been the best player overall throughout the series. That's all I'm saying. I didn't even say he was a better player. I didn't even say, let's be clear. No, altogether. I didn't say he was the best player. I didn't say he was better than Joel.
I will say he's the best player.
I said right now in this playoffs, Maxey has been the best player on the floor.
No, you still there,
between both teams. That's all I'm saying. It was a great win, and let me not stick on the Maxey B point too much, because I do agree with you, Tobias. He hustled. I give it to him. He is who he is, but he left it all out in the court tonight. He was going for every ball that was in his vicinity. He went the extra mile for. He grabbed a couple offensive rebounds.
What you saying, Maxey was the best player when he missed the 2 free throws?
Why are we going back to that?
But
is that part of the game?
After those missed free throws, he's the biggest
The crazy part is everybody missed free throws. Brunson missed a couple free throws. Yep. Maxey missed a couple free throws. He missed a couple free throws.
That was crazy. We shot like 50% from free throws in the regulation, like 54%. And we
X-Men, listen, it all matters. I'm not saying y'all have them saying Embiid is trash. B played. This is actually one of B's best playoff performances overall that he's had in a while. That 50-point performance was masterful. All I'm saying is, if you combine all of the games, Maxey has been the total best player out of both teams. That's all I'm saying. It's no knock on B. I'm not saying B is garbage. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to my voice. Let me lower my bass, because maybe you know what a man put that bass in his voice. Listen.
We need.
Let me speak
right now. It needs to be a shift in how Joel needs to be.
Let me get my point, Tim. Let me get my point. I hear you. Joel is not trash. He's a very good player. But through this playoff run, Maxey has been the best overall player. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Tim. Right. Shout out to Mikhail. Thank you for the super chat, too, by the way.
Yes, this way was
it felt good.
And all of them.
Shout out to all celebrities out.
And New York Knicks fans. But former players. It was nice to see all them guys, though.
It was.
Hey, Norm, hold on, Norm. What you mean about Biggs being the best?
No, that ain't Ethan. Yeah, Ethan argues for the smaller guy.
My argument is Norm B. Let me show you my argument.
Norm coming at your neck.
I always said you can't feature a big man in this league. That's what I said. I said it's a guards league, and here we are with Maxey and Brunson proving it.
You saw Jamal Murray yesterday.
Jamal Murray too. And I said that.
So Jamal Murray is better than Jokic?
I said this before. We need to play. This is what I said. To play more like Joker and Lamar Murray play. You got to feature Maxey. To me, at the end of the game, they still kept forcing B into that post for some reason. He wasn't doing nothing with the ball. I still don't understand that. You gotta feature Maxey a little more. For some reason, they still kept trying to feature B. I didn't understand it, man. You gotta feature Maxey. It has to run through Maxey first. B got 16 rebounds. It took him 5 quarters to get it. He had 9 rebounds at half. So what he get? 5, 4, 6.
So what you going to say? Maxey had 46. It took him 5 quarters to get it. It took him 51 minutes.
You said you want to be to have 15, 16 rebounds.
Exactly.
Here trying to break
he had it. That's what I said. And what did I say? I said I want B to have 25 points.
So now you complaining about him getting 16.
He did. No, I'm not complaining. I said it took him 5 quarters.
Yo, another thing I want to say, Kelly Oubre,
he froze.
Such an up and down game, like missing, like that was a big layup that he got at the end of the game.
I'm gonna look at tickets tonight at Ellis.
He should have laid the ball up right away. Kelly Oubre is real finicky when it comes to playing ball. I don't trust him.
He lost. Yeah, he lost that pass at first. And then that joint crawled. It crawled into the, and that play was huge. Hey, MOTC. Listen, you know you my man, and I got much love for you, bro. But you keep screaming out, Beat is hurt. I think the problem is Beat is always hurt. Real rap. The problem is in the playoffs. He's always hurt. This is why Tim talked about this a lot, saying you need to get that extra player. He was during the season. He was always saying. It's a chance Beat is going to get hurt. You need that second star player to pick up the score because Beat is going to be hurt. This is a chronic.
He got to be the Porzingis of the squad.
This is what it's looking like. It's a chronic problem come playoff time.
Shout out to Tim.
Can I even finish? Can I finish my sentence before you jump right back in?
You've been on all night.
I have been. You right. Go ahead. I have been. Go ahead. Shout out to Campaign. Go ahead. Finish
the ball Campaign, though. He had limited minutes, but he had some big buckets. He had some good defense from the boy Jalen Brunson. All right, go ahead. You can finish your show.
No, trade Embiid.
All right, so
we shouldn't trade Embiid. He just needs to play. He just needs to play a secondary role to Maxey. That's all. If Embiid can play a second, you gotta. If y'all keep saying trade Embiid here, he's gonna win a chip. Wherever you trade Embiid, I promise you he won't be 1A. So he might as well stay here and be robbing to Maxey. Why go somewhere else if you're gonna be robbing anyway? When you trade, he's gonna be robbing anyway.
But see why? So why Maxey can't be 1A, 1B?
Because
he showed it. He showed it tonight. B don't show it in the
B
playoffs.
that's 52 games. Oh my God, y'all dudes are ridiculous.
Joel Embiid is not.
They're a 1-2 punch. It's the reason why Joel Embiid has been. Maxey just played his first All-Star game, bro. Like, come on. And I'm not taking it. Maxey balled out tonight. I said before the night started, I'm looking for Maxey to get a 50 burger. We need Maxey to get a 50 burger. He almost got that joint. But like, come on. Let's not act like the offense that they run. And I do agree with y'all at certain points in times. Joel didn't have it tonight. This wasn't the night to try to force him into the game. Whatever his migraine or whatever excuse he was using tonight.
I told y'all.
Whatever excuse he was using tonight. Whatever. No, I'm not alone tonight. If you look in the chat, I'm not alone. See, y'all got to stop being bro.
No, listen. Wayne, I hear what you're saying. All I'm doing is going by what the games that have been played. Mm-hmm. If you go game for game,
Okay. So but I'm gonna bring this out to you though, right? Tobias plus 11. Oubre was even plus 7. Embiid was plus 14. Lowry was 2, and Maxey was 3. When Embiid comes off this court, we struggle. Even when Embiid is off offensively, Embiid sets those picks, he sets the screens, he actually throws a big body down there. So all I'm saying is don't dismiss all the other stuff that he does. Offensively, scoring-wise, yes, Maxey was that dude.
And who's coming in for Embiid?
What you say?
Could it be who's coming in for Embiid? Is that the problem?
But if Maxey's 1A, it don't matter who's coming in. When Embiid goes out, no. Like in last game, why you need it? You just told me it's a little man lead. You don't need it. When B came, because last game, when Embiid came out the game, New York didn't have a center in the game.
You go this hard for Joel.
New York did not have a center in the game last game because the dude Robinson wasn't in there. So when Maxey was in there against the bench, when B sat down and we lost a 12-point lead, we didn't need a dominant center. They didn't have one. But I'm saying that Maxey is that dude. Maxey is that guy. But don't sit here and tell me like he's the guy and Embiid is down here. Maxey's that dude. It revolves around Embiid. When Embiid's not in there setting them screens and all that other stuff, Maxey's not cooking like that.
Listen, the captain of the team is now Maxey.
Exactly.
He's carrying
exactly X-Man. When B go on the bench, all of a sudden we lose leads.
Hey Ziggy said Embiid is on one leg with palsy, shooting with one eye. Y'all talking down on, but I'm not talking. Listen, Embiid is. Let me say this because I think me saying Maxey is the best player in the series. I think people think I'm slighting B. B is going hard right now. I have to give B credit because he's playing through a bad knee. He's playing through Bell's palsy. His eye twitch, one eye open, one eye closed. He's shooting free throws, and he's still actually shooting at a very good clip. I had to give him that. B is showing some tough grit right now. I cannot hate on that. I can't.
Y'all not coming to Philly to win, Greg.
All I'm saying, hey, Greg, I shout out to you. First of all, shout out to you for even showing up. You have been here, win or lose, win, lose, or draw. You've been here.
Yeah, shout out to Greg.
And thanks for the super chat too.
Respect.
Thursday gonna be that's gonna be. Listen, and like Wayne said in the very jump. If we hold on to these tickets,
are we looking for tickets, y'all?
I think I'm looking for tickets, bro. I think I'm
going.
I think I'm looking for tickets. I got to be down there. I can't let New York.
I would bet money that Tim ain't going.
I'm going down there with the Tims and the Dickie set.
And then I'll take that money last second and go buy tickets.
If we lose, I'm telling you, I very well might squabble somebody. It might be I'm too old. I'm too old to doing all that. But I just might have to for old time's sake. Just because to set a precedent. But I am looking for tickets. Ethan, run that StubHub and see what we got down there. Oh, MOTC guys, he said he got tickets already.
He's already.
All right, listen, I bet that. Listen, this is going to be a war from here on out. It's a complete war from here on out. I don't like the way Maxey wasn't getting a lot of calls early.
I agree.
I'm glad they gave him that 4-point play. That was the hugest call of the whole game. That changed the whole tide. That quick 7 points by Maxey was, it was unbelievable. That's why I had to put this shirt on. It was a legendary performance coming down in that stretch to get us to overtime, and then in overtime, he didn't let up. He didn't let up.
It's time to go to Reggie Miller's performance.
It is. It really is. And the Tracy McGrady one that Wayne mentioned, it was very comparable to that. It was a sight to behold what he did for those last pretty much throughout the game, but especially in the crucial clutch, what they call that, the clutch moments. Anything under 2 minutes is all considered clutch points. Yeah. All clutch time, Maxey. Even knocking down the free throws to ice the game and put it away for good. This was huge, man. I'm hyped, man. He carried us on his back, and we gonna need at least one more performance like that. If we want to win this series, we need at least one more performance like that from Maxey. So far, he's given us 2.
I don't think he has to do it on that type of level.
No, listen. I'm saying, if we win Game 6.
Stop. See this. I'm talking about something. If you don't get help from Joel,
listen.
If he ain't helping,
let me tell y'all this.
So the steal down. So you tell me the steal in overtime wasn't nothing to help when Brunson was cooking these dudes.
What's the Atlanta center name? What's their center name that Trey Young be using? They be giving them oops. That's what Joel is doing.
Capella.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Wayne. The reason why I'm saying that is if we win Game 6, if and when we win Game 6. There's no way we win in the Garden unless it's a rout. I'm telling you,
I agree with what
it's going to have to be some huge, like Maxey going to have to do another performance like this, and we're going to win.
You're going to have Maxey Embiid.
Yes, it had to be a straight lights out performance by both of them to win the Garden in Game 7. Trust me,
I could go with that.
And I agree 100%.
It starts with Game 6. It started tonight. It starts with Game
22 points in the fourth quarter in overtime. That was an amazing performance by him tonight.
Oh, it was, man. And it's really not a knock on Joel Embiid.
It kind of is because if you
like Ephraim said, the game showed what you was. I don't know if Joel. Yeah, listen, we've been watching Joel Embiid for like 9-10 years.
Exactly.
I don't know if he's built for the playoffs. Regular season Joel Embiid is a monster. But when it comes down to playoffs and teams zoning in on your weaknesses,
what is Embiid averaging in his playoffs?
Going traps and doubles, his turnovers is ridiculous.
We've seen what he's done.
Go ahead.
And he's consistently hurt for like the last 3-4 years in a row. It is time for him to get some of that weight of carrying the load off his shoulders a little bit and pass it on to Maxey.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
And you want him, like when he's not scoring and touching the ball, you want him doing the extra stuff like the blocking shots, defense, rebounding. That helped us win the game. When he's setting his mind, if he's setting his mind, I'm gonna do this to help this team win if my scoring ain't going well. Because sometimes you get that pouty Joel Embiid that once his scoring don't going well, he ain't want to do nothing else. But I give him credit because even though his scoring wasn't going, you seen him boxing out, you seen him still playing defense, you seen him getting the rebounds. So you got to give Joel Embiid all the credit for that.
I agree, and what, I'm gonna tell you what honestly. I'm going to tell y'all what can't be understated, and this is why I say Maxey's been the best player. You cannot, let me repeat, you cannot understate a performance like this on the road. Bede's 50-point game was at home. This is 46 at the Garden.
Basically, we was at the Garden. We was at the Garden too. We've been at the Garden every game.
Because I said fans been there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right, but I mean, but it's
that's the best point you ever made on this podcast.
But listen, it was no Sixers cheering in that whole stadium. I didn't hear nothing when we scored. I didn't hear nothing when we made a good play. That Garden was packed with 100% New York Knicks fans. The stars was out, mellowing on them. You had the John McEnroe in there with his own McEnroe jersey. I mean, laced up in the front row seat, spiked the whole 9, and Maxey does this type of performance. I don't know, and I'm gonna get some flack for this.
You're doing a whole lot of talking. Can somebody else get in, please?
Can you tell me? Joel Embiid did a performance like this on the road?
So wait, I'm coming into tonight's game because you talking about how clearly Maxey was the better player for the Sixers. Coming into tonight's game, Embiid averaged 35, Maxey averaged 29. So we know that's probably about even now. Embiid averaged 9 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and Maxey averaged 6. All I'm saying, he said Maxey's been clearly the better. No, you said Maxey's been clearly the better player, and I'm reading you the stats.
The stats don't mean nothing. We seen it.
Oh, now the stats don't mean nothing.
We visually saw. But first of all, I beg to differ. I would say that game that we lost in the Garden where Maxey almost had a triple-double was just as good as the game he had 2 great games.
So Maxey almost had a triple-double, but he did have a triple-double, but you don't get that any kind of whatever.
And he had a quadruple-double tonight because he had 10 turnovers.
No, it's 9. It was 9.
That was actually kind of funny. But listen, I'm just doing break it down. Go game by game, Wayne. Game by game, and you tell me that Maxey hasn't been our best. I'm
telling you, I'll go by game, and every game when Embiid comes out, our lead goes, and Maxey don't maintain the lead.
Yes, he do. Maxey maintained the lead tonight, and he maintained the lead.
No. When Embiid came out tonight, we lost the lead again.
No, we had to come back in. Down. We actually came when B was turning the ball over and we set B down.
I'm talking about in the first half.
I'm talking about tonight in the crucial minutes when B had to get set down because he was turning the ball over. And I'm not trying to knock B, but Maxey put on a masterful performance. You got to give him credit in the Garden. I don't know if B does a performance like that. Game 7 in Boston, in the Boston Garden. B fell apart. Him and Harden fell apart. Could he give us a game like this on the road in a crucial situation? I don't know. Maxey just did it, so now we know who can. I said
all the steals. Maxey getting Embiid average 1.3. Maxey average 0.8.
Can I jump in real quick? Can I jump in real quick? I just want to give a few stats from games 1 through 4 for Joel in the fourth quarter. Game 1, fourth quarter, he was 0 for 5. Game 2, he was 2 for 6. Game 3, he was 1 for 2. Game 4, he was 0 for 5. And again, in the clutch moments of each game for games 1 through 4, and then including tonight, 1 through 5, he's been terrible.
So what was he in overtime? What was he in overtime tonight? Since you want to read stats, what was he in overtime?
No, I'm telling you.
No, read overtime. Overtime is after the fourth quarter. Read overtime.
When he threw the ball away 3 times.
Thank you, Greg.
In overtime?
Like we would have needed an overtime if he would have just played right in the fourth quarter.
And Maxey would have played when Embiid wasn't in the game. We would be 2-2. So,
hey,
what am I wrong about? We talking about a voice of opinion. I'm not even opposed to what they're saying down in the fourth quarter, whatever. Let Maxey cook like the same way when we had Jimmy. B was scoring during the course of the game, and then in the fourth quarter, Jimmy was the guy to take over. I'm fine with that. But just coming here to me is disingenuous to come here and talk about Maxey was the best player, Maxey was this, and Maxey was that. Whenever Embiid is not on the court, we lose leads.
Wayne, hey, here's another stat for you. In 52, Joel Embiid has averaged 5.3 points and 2 rebounds and 0.07 assists in 52 games in the fourth quarter playoff games. Okay. So I'm giving you his history, 52 games. Fourth quarter, he's averaging 5 points a game.
That's terrible.
My only concern though is
that's why I said give it to Maxey in the fourth.
My only concern is you do have to figure something out when Joel Embiid goes out. Do you just go to the small ball lineup like they did when they set Joel Embiid and don't bring Paul Reed in at all, or do you try another big like a Mo Bamba? Because Paul Reed can't play with these dudes. He can't play with these dudes at all. It's not looking good for him.
X-Men, I read the stat.
Hey, MOTC, I'm not so sure. Go ahead. What you say, Tim?
No, X-Men said it was all cap. He said we 14-27 without Embiid. Tim, stop lying. I said Joel has averaged 5.3 points and 2 rebounds in 52 games in the fourth quarter in the playoffs in his career. That's telling you. Listen,
Maxey versus Embiid is not a bad problem for Nick Nurse to have, right?
It's not.
But you got to figure out who's. I guess you got to figure out who's hot at the time, or
you really can't.
You know what I mean? But right now it seems like Joel Embiid's hurt, so he can't move like he likes to move and do his Euro and all the other stuff. So he can't play like Joel Embiid. So if he can't play like Joel Embiid, what's your best option to try to win the games?
Oh, I agree. Feature Maxey, which they should do. I agree.
No, just have him rebound the
ball. Hold up. MOTC, did you blocking people again, bro? Come on, chill. John told me he blocked. He just texted me. MOTC.
Well, see, the problem is though, even if we don't got a big man to protect the paint,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Go ahead.
Even if we don't got the big man in there to protect the paint, shouldn't our guards be able to stop somebody? Shouldn't they be able? We shouldn't have to have Embiid in the middle to thwart Brunson and them from just free roll into the basket. So, I mean, his presence. That's all I'm saying is his presence on defense is just as important. That's the reason why he has to be in there. When he's not in there in that middle, we don't stop nothing going in that middle.
All right, no, he not blocked. My bad. I seen. Oh yeah.
Who
blocked Leon Brooks? Come on, Phil W. We doing this again? Y'all back to this?
Yeah, come on.
That's my people. You ain't gonna block my people.
You block your little brother, Wayne.
That's my people. You ain't gonna block my people.
You're right.
Get that wrench snatch real quick.
You're right. I can't blame you. Somebody doing the blocking stuff. We gotta stop. We might have to remove all wrenches and divvy them out slowly because this blocking stuff. When people just comment and you can't do that. If they talking reckless. If they cursing and carrying on, disrespectful. That's one thing. But come on. Slow Bias Harris says, "Yo, E for Maxey needs to shoot more than 8 threes a game. Joel got to fall back." I mean,
I don't see you block John Adams.
When you on. He had 12 threes tonight. He was 7 for 12. When you on, you got to keep shooting. I mean, Maxey did have 2 games this series where he hasn't played. He hasn't been on. So, I mean, do I want you jacking when you're not on? No. Sometimes I want you. Don't bail the defender out when you're not on. Take him to the cup. Take him to the rack. Force the referee to make a tough call. Either call it for you or you beat him off the dribble. Maxey could beat 90% of the NBA players off the dribble, maybe more. So I don't mind. I like Maxey's 3. I think his 3 is very solid. But if you're not on, don't jack. Don't jack. Even Curry shoots himself in the foot sometimes. The best 3-point shooter of all time. I hate when he's 3 for 12 and he want to shoot 3 more threes. I'm like, bro, stop. I know you that bull, but you bailing out the defenders. Go to the cup. So that's that's to be determined by the player when he's feeling it. He's feeling it. Maxey was feeling it tonight, man. He's been
don't block these Knicks fans either. Like bro, we inviting them in here to come have an interchange. The fact that they even showed up to this game after that loss, I come on, bro. Like let them voice themselves on here. Like you know what I'm saying, that's part of the fun.
I gotta give a shout out to Jalen Brunson too. That boy, he really is the truth, man. They got a deal for him. When he first signed with New York, everybody thought they overpaid for him, but this dude. He's a bucket. Like he was actually battling Maxey at the end because he started hitting big shots at towards that fourth quarter and then overtime.
Man, if they ever start giving Maxey respect to them calls that they give some other guys, bro.
He'd had a 50 piece easy tonight. If he'd have made his free throws, he still probably had 50 because he missed about 3 or 4 free throws.
Someone like him too.
Yeah, he'd have had 49 if you just add them free throws. And I'd give you one. I mean, nobody's 100%. He shoots around 80-something% for the year, so I'll give you 1 missed free throw. But them 2 back-to-back was crazy. I couldn't believe he missed both of them, John. But Jalen, yes, somebody said that. I'm glad you said that, Ziggy. Brunson was getting on my nerves, bro. He was getting too light-skinned this game. He was crying. When B hit him over the head, he was doing too much acting. That joint was irritating. That hit was not that hard, and he thought the ground. He grabbed it. I'm like, yo, bro, I know you're trying to act like he got, but I don't see. That's a little corny to me because I know you.
Did y'all think that was a flagrant?
No, that's what I'm saying. It was not a flagrant. It was a terrible call. He got the way Brunson.
He can't slap somebody in the face though.
Per the rules, it's a flagrant.
He slapped him a couple times.
If it's the rules, it's the rules.
Contact. It's excessive contact. His hand just kind of swiped down over his jaw.
Brunson, you didn't even have to swipe though. Just keep your hands up. Why did he swipe down?
No, Brunson got the call.
Well, I think he swiped down because he. Go ahead. What are you saying, Ephraim?
He got the call. Brunson got the call. It became a flagrant the way Brunson responded. If Brunson didn't start grilling and grabbing his face and acting like somebody was like a sniper hitting from the cheap seats, they'd have never took it that serious. If he'd have got up, they never took it that serious.
Hey, Romeo Dredd.
It was.
I agree. I like Ethan said. If that's in the rules that you hit him in the face, he did hit him in the head. So if you want to call that a flagrant, then call the same calls for Maxey. When he's going in there and dudes smacking him upside his head.
Listen,
but I will say, but the argument about Embiid swiping down because they was calling a foul on the contact. So you know what? Yes, follow through and make sure he don't get a shot up. Now he made the mistake of hitting him in the head.
He didn't have to be 7-2.
Why? You don't let him get the shot up to get an and one.
Is it a flagrant 1 or a flagrant 2?
They said flagrant 1.
Just a 1. It was a for the rules. It's a flagrant. He slapped him in the face.
Yeah, I can't lie. I can't hate on that. It's the rules.
No, we believe.
It's trash. It's a trash rule. It should be no way you get hit in the face and all of a sudden it's a flagrant. All the swinging around and trying to block shots and still you try to do it, you get in the face is automatic flagrant. That don't even sound right. But Maxey got hit several times upside his head and everything, and he didn't get no call at all. So like, what are we doing? That's
Master Craft.
I'll say this though, we ain't give Tobias enough credit because he got a big old board too at one point. We did. He'll get enough. He get more if he do it again in Game 6. We gave him. We gotta get. This dude played through a lot. He probably had to get off Twitter, Instagram, the Facebook. He had to get off all of them because I know
you hear the old man, the Facebook.
I know Philly fans was killing me. I know they was.
So all right, so wait.
That's mentally tough. You gotta be mentally tough.
To your point, do we cheer for Tobias when he's introduced at the game at our next home game?
Absolutely.
Yeah, stand ovation.
Do you think they will?
Yeah. We give props.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Yeah.
Listen, if they give him hyped up and get him hyped up, he might give us a similar. I don't know if he's gonna drop another 19, but he'll give us a similar.
He had as many points as Joel Embiid. We lose without that 19.
Listen,
no. I'm not hating on what Tobias put in. I mean, he shot 63%, 7 for 11. I mean, and 9 rebounds, 8 rebounds.
He stuck the whole series. She showed up. He finally showed up.
But that's why I said you only as good as your last game. I agree.
But he's been rebounding. His rebounding has been there all series.
His last game. His last game.
Now his rebounds are suspect. We say we need rebounds. A dude get rebounds in this.
No, listen. Everybody, good coaching. Everybody had a concerted effort to box out tonight. That's what you want to see. They got to keep that energy. Tobias had a motor tonight. He had a motor like I ain't see the first 4 games.
I'm glad you brought that up. That was the hugest, and we talked about this. Everybody talked about this in game 4. That was the most crucial coaching change that was made so far this series.
B had 4 blocks tonight too, just for the record.
That's good. You could tell Nick Nurse and whoever all the coaching staff said, well, as soon as they pass that ball, you get closer to your nearest man and you put a body on him. It was very evident. It was nobody flying in like they was for rebounds. Hart wasn't flying in for the they put a body on everybody. And that's another reason why we won this game. Because they was off and we got the majority of those defensive rebounds. That was big time basketball.
I think the Knicks actually looked beat down. Like they just looked like they was slower step when it comes to the rebounds.
Because we slowed them down.
I don't know if we slowed. We were trying that the other day and they still was finding to get 14 and 17 rebounds.
Now we're playing every 2 days now. So this is a little different.
I'm gonna send you
that play style takes a lot out of you.
I'm gonna send you a clip toward the end of the game where as soon as the shot went up, I seen every last Sixers player rotate near their man and put a body on them. Every last one of them. It was a concerted effort tonight. The coaching staff drilled that joint in their head, put a body on them ninjas because they flying at these rebounds, and that's exactly what we did. That was huge in this game. Huge. And Tobias, you're only as good as your last game. His last game was a Tobias Harris masterpiece. It was the best you going to get out of him. This was a masterpiece for Tobias Harris. If he gives us this in Game 6 and Game 7, I'm telling y'all,
if Tobias gives us this on a regular game basis, we winning. If he could give us this if he gave us this in all these other games, it wouldn't even be a series right now.
Absolutely, I agree. We the one game. We'd be up 3 games to. We'd be up 3-2 at least. It might have been over tonight if he was playing.
Josh Hart still had 9 rebounds.
How many offensive rebounds did he have?
I'll tell you in a second. This thing ever swipe over. Yeah, he only had. Yeah, he didn't have any offensive. All defensive rebounds.
Exactly my point. They was making a concerted effort to make sure they put bodies on everybody, especially him.
And B might need to get a shot. I mean, if he got headaches and everything, it might be the things that he's been eating.
But even
he could make the street around the day.
But you know what? It's not a coincidence, and you kind of right too, Tim. I don't think it's a coincidence that when we boxed out, B got 16 rebounds. It's not a coincidence. You got to help your big man out and box out when that ball go up. So instead of having somebody jumping over his back, smacking the ball in his hands and all that kind of stuff like that. So that also helped B get his rebounds. As much as Ethan was like, well, B need to do this, B need to do that. And you're right. It was a couple rebounds last game. He did the little slap thing, and that was kind of dumb. But you having somebody jump over your back and flying in when you're trying to grab a rebound is that's going to take away 3-4 rebounds.
But it was a couple monster rebounds B got that we needed.
Yeah, no, he did. I agree. But my point is, a couple of them, it was just him rebounding against the center. It wasn't him rebounding against the center, Josh Hart and Anunoby. Like everybody was flying in.
Like not him just trying to worry about just boxing the center out and getting the rebound while other dudes come flying.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. Joe might be lazy. I don't know.
No,
why is he never in shape? I don't know.
Listen,
I don't think he's out of shape right now. He's just injured. He wasn't when he came back from the injury. He wasn't out of shape all like that. He wasn't. It wasn't like he was fat and out of shape. He just was winded, like just not in that cardio shape. But he wasn't. Joel Embiid actually looked slender when he came back from the injury.
He never got a Giannis. He never got his type of shape.
But he's not a Giannis body type.
Giannis is a different type.
You ain't never gotten Giannis type shape. How about that? You've been having a PJ Tucker build your whole life, and you want to talk about somebody not having a shape.
Imagine if he actually decided to.
You built like Charles Barkley is right now.
Like I say about basketball, mine is Wednesday.
Yeah, mine's is Wednesday too.
Yeah, man, I think all of ours is Wednesday.
All of ours is Wednesday. Hey, I agree with Wayne. I don't think B lazy. B actually, to me, like I said, he grinding this game out. He grinding these games out. I had to give him a lot of credit. I think this right now, what you get from B again, this is the best he can do for us at this point. I think the best
he's lazy because I don't think he take his game to the highest level of where he could possibly go.
You mean in his personal life, like his working out and all that.
Yeah, like the size, like if he did, I don't think he totally commits to like an off-season program where he's
you
like
out your rabbit mind.
I know you love him. I know you love him.
You can look and see the shape he in. Listen, for somebody like you that don't ever work out, you just get on a treadmill for 10 minutes and talk on your phone. You don't really work out.
Wait,
you want to come on, somebody don't work out.
It's okay. Embiid is an athlete.
No, when Tim hates unnecessarily, that's unnecessary.
I mean, I'm not going cape for his all-season routine because Tim could be right. I don't know what his all-season routine is like. I ain't
talking about the first couple of years of his career when we know the Chick-fil-A years and all that.
I'm not talking about now. I don't know what he's doing.
Now.
I've seen Jimmy Butler all-season workouts. I've seen LeBron James all-season workouts. I've seen obviously my young girl Steph Curry. I've seen his all-season workout. I even seen Anthony Edwards all-season workout. I remember Anthony Edwards said when he first went to Golden State and they had him do some drills. And Steve Kerr had him do some drills where he had to run and shoot threes and go to one side and back and forth. He said he was gassed halfway through the drill. And he said the coaches pulled him aside and said, "Can you do that faster?" And he said he looked at his trainer and was like, "Yo, we got to turn this thing up." So he turned it up. So all I'm saying is that's and you see Anthony Edwards, he don't look winded. His hops is through the roof. He's explosive the whole nine. I don't know what Joel Embiid off-season routine is. So could it be that he is a little, all season he kind of shut it down a little bit more than other players? Possibly. I don't know. Did you see any? I seen one video of Joel working out in the off season. He was on the beach. He was running or something like that. And that was the year. I think that was the year that we went and played Atlanta in the playoffs. I think that was that year. I've never seen
he was on the beach playing with some Bulls that's not in the NBA.
I don't know. I don't know.
But you should love Ben Simmons when he was running with the Australian YMCA team.
But he also was like, Ben Simmons is more in shape than Joel Embiid.
They said Ben didn't make the Australian team this year.
What you thought he? You thought he should?
Yeah, Tim just lost a bit of his soul just now.
I mean, let's no longer here. I don't know how we talk about Ben. I'm talking about.
Hold on. I don't want Joel Embiid playing in the Olympics. He just got over a knee surgery. He's in a
when did the Olympics start?
He got 2 months. This is why I don't mind him going after I thought about it. He got 2 months to rehab his knee, and then he'll actually be practicing against top tier talent for the next 2 months. He might actually come in training camp in shape this year because he's been playing with a bunch of all-stars.
Yeah, I mean,
or he can blow his knee out again.
You definitely don't want that. But I mean,
it's a lot of basketball on Joel Embiid. It's a lot of basketball.
Yeah, it is a lot of basketball.
He got basketball and he ain't played for the first 16 years. He all right.
That is true. I mean, listen. I didn't see it. Maybe send it to my Instagram page if you could post a video there.
What about him and Tatum working out? He work out with Tatum all the time.
So send me that. I don't. Is he just playing basketball, working out, or is it like
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question.
They just scrimmaging like going up and down the court.
Scrimmage is different than you actually working out. Like a scrimmage keeps you in shape, but a workout takes you to the next level. I remember Curry talked about when he played the Celtics in the finals, and everybody's asking him, how was your energy so high? He said, my trainer put me through a grueling workout and said, come the finals, you gonna need this. And he said, everything in my mind was, I'm working out to prepare for this moment. And he was ready. He had more energy and stamina than everybody. But that's what you got to do. That's the work you got to put in to be ready for this moment. I
agree. I do think that this year, B came in the best shape that he's ever come in. And even when he came back from the injury, I was expecting B to be a little puffy in the face, and B came in. He looked slender when he came back from that injury. So this is not the year. This is
pause. Tim.
I'm just saying this is not the year to say that he's out. Them other years with all the other stuff, the Chick-fil-A and all that, you got an argument. But Embiid has not been out of shape this year.
All I'm just saying is, do you believe that Joel Embiid is in the best shape of his life?
Do you think Joker's in the best shape of his? It don't stop him from balling.
I'm asking you about
Joker is.
Yeah,
Joker's
in better shape than Joel Embiid. You ever seen him play? He runs up and down the court.
Runs.
Yeah, he had 20 rebounds last night. 41 minutes. He plays.
Okay. I don't know how much he runs.
I mean,
I seen him run up and down the court. Hustle.
I seen B run up and down the court too.
Nah, no, you don't.
You ain't never see B run down and chase down, block somebody?
Yeah, I seen that. No, listen, I'm not gonna say Joker's in better shape than B.
He is.
Outside of B looking hurt, he don't really look too exhausted to me. He look hurt. He's laboring a little bit, but he don't give me out of shape, but he don't give me peak conditioning neither. Like it is a little different. Don't give me that peak like Giannis type feel. They are built different dudes. Don't get me wrong. But he just don't give me peak.
Joker barely move on defense. Stop it. Like Giannis, you see players like Giannis and Embiid run all over the place when not hurt. They run all over the place on defense. You don't see Joker doing all that on defense. Stop.
So Embiid is about 300 pounds. Would you say that it'd be good if he got down like to 245?
That's too small.
Maybe that'd be good for his knees. Maybe.
Okay, then you be crying that he don't go down in the paint, that he's shooting outside. You want him to be you want him to be out there shooting the jumpers.
It's the same thing. Okay. He don't go down low. He don't be in the paint.
Aldrin J, you might be right. He might need to go train in Colorado or something where the air is thinner.
But I don't know what the game plan is for next game, but they need to be working on that now and seeing how to get Maxey more shots next game.
We just got to make open shots. We was missing a lot.
No, we got to see how to get Maxey more shots. That's what I think.
Or take Embiid out the offensive plan.
No, Maxey took 30 shots tonight. Maxey needs to take 30 shots next game too. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I agree. I think we crashed too much on defense a little bit. Knicks get a lot of wide open kickback out threes. They get more open threes than I almost seen anybody throughout this playoff so far. I don't know if it's. I mean, when you got Embiid down there, not saying you want to leave Embiid alone to himself, but it seems like we got not only the player who's sticking a player crashing, but you got Oubre coming over sometime, Tobias coming over. Then they get to swinging it, and somebody almost always gets a wide open look. Like, fortunate enough, they was missing, but it seemed like, does everybody have to crash to try to block the shot? Like, I can see you putting this, stepping in a little bit. But you got to be cautious about how deep you go into the paint because they getting a lot of open threes, man. I don't like that. But.
No, I agree.
So do y'all think we can win a series?
Yes, I do.
It's gonna be hard winning in New York, Game 7, but we we gotta represent Game 6. Philly gotta come and show out with the Knicks. I'm so glad we get another chance to make up for that despicable
that debacle.
Game 4 we did.
I just bought 4 tickets.
Gotta show up and show out Game 6. It
gotta be 4 tickets. Y'all going?
No, it gotta be crazy. I don't want to say if you see somebody in that Nick color. I mean, nobody.
Don't say it.
Nobody should have that Nick color on.
But that being said, it was very disrespectful for them dancing around in the Wells Fargo Center.
Very disrespectful. Very. And the way they were talking about Embiid, the chant they had going on about Embiid. My stomach hurt from that.
Yeah,
Master Crab, don't believe Tim. Tim did not buy no tickets for that game.
Listen, I got 4 tickets. We're gonna be in section 108. Oh, Master, are you gonna be on?
Show it on your phone. Show it.
Oh man. Hey, Snowbites Harris, I'm not. I know they need help on the board. The boards is not. It ain't. Sixers don't really need help on the board. Sixers need to box out. I'm just saying, not when somebody shoot, but as soon as somebody drive, they crash. The Knicks get most of the offensive rebounds not from somebody driving and missing, but for them shooting deep threes. That's when you just got to put a body.
The long rebound. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying the other game. A lot of their rebounds is off of long rebounds from shooting threes. But
that's what I'm saying. You got to put a body on somebody. I'm talking about when Brunson drives. Every time he drives, it's like 3-4 people collapse on him, and he kicks it, and somebody else kick it, and then it's a wide open 3. It's like you gotta. I don't know. This is maybe I need to watch the tape again and go back, but it just seemed like we crashing too hard. Everybody's crashing, not crashing, but they're just trying to collapsing on the player who's driving too much.
I think he finally started playing physical back with him, and I think it's catching up to him a little bit. Like
that's true.
Like, and that's one of the things I was thinking when we first got in the series with him. I was like, if they gonna play like that, it's hard to maintain that type of play for a whole series. Like all that, like not even just a physical play, like hitting on, the other players, but like that whole scrapping and doubting for every loose ball and running, like that take a whole lot out of you. You know what I'm saying? So
you got a whole day to rest. Ice up, son. Ice up.
Yeah, we're about to blow the joint.
But to answer your question real quick, Tim, I still stand by my prediction. We win Game 6 and we lose in New York in Game 7. That's where I'm at.
A lot to say. Exactly. Tim's seat is section 201, his couch. 202, his kitchen. Yes. And he's going to be stuffing his fat mouth while talking about Embiid.
We're in row 3 on Maxey, man. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Catch us there. Section 108, row 3.
I just hope one of them ball out or both.
That's how I see it, MOTC.
Catch you on Thursday.
Hit
like,
that notification bell.
Share the video and subscribe and give it that thumbs up action.
Show us